Hey everyone, it's me NGC, and in today's video, I want to discuss to you guys about Jeffy's 19th birthday, aka the second SMO movie, or at least Woken prefers it too. Let me explain. So Jeffy's 18th birthday, aka the first ever SMO movie, has been hyped up for years, ever since Jeffy's parents back in the olden days, from 2017 to 2022. 5 years in total being hyped up. Even in 2021, when a year before the movie was released, in Jeffy's 17th birthday, Rogan reminded the audience about how the next Jeffy's birthday video would be a big video. And then on August 21st, when we finally got the video in 2022, oh baby, this was a celebration. The plot, the ending, the effort, and the characters were really good in this movie. Well, not every single character, because, Rose was Rose, and Brooklyn Guy tried to make the situation funny, but no, he kind of didn't work. Like, he actually tried to make the movie funny, but it's meant to take in serious and, more cinematic rather than actually being funny, because not every, routine Rogan makes has to be funny, okay? He could squeeze in some cinematic at the same time. But yeah, he had his funny moments, so I won't dock up points for that. This, however, is a 10 out of 10. Is it my favorite SMO video ever? No, definitely not. It's definitely top 20 or heck, maybe even top 10, but it will never be as close as top 5, like the OG SMO videos. But still, this was a really good, enjoyable movie. I honestly wish we had the original SMO movie, that was supposed to come out, but thank God for this video actually being, really good. Or movie, as it's called. But then almost a year after the movie, a week before Jeffy's 19th birthday, we were confirmed that a second SMO movie was in the works. And I was really hyped up for this movie, because the first movie was enjoyable. This had to be enjoyable, right? Well, we'll get to that. But Rogan advertised this in his own words. Bigger, better, and a longer runtime than the last movie. And I was so hyped up for this past week. But then when we finally got the video, it was awful, I have to admit. Seriously, the plot was the same as Jeffy's 18th birthday. This video was even shorter than the last movie. Seriously, Rogan, 15 minutes. Yeah, that's definitely a movie. And the ending was even the same. For the ending of Jeffy's 18th birthday, I actually felt emotion and how, Jeffy actually died, but then it was revealed that he was actually, alive. I almost cried. I didn't cry, but almost, I have to admit. However, I did not feel any emotion here. This, video was just rushed. The ending was so rushed. And then when the doorbell rang, I was like, oh god, let's just get this over with. And I knew the characters weren't going to be dead, but Rogan actually did it to try to put in motion, but it didn't work. Okay. Oh god, I gotta breathe. I'm dying. I am dying right now, but yeah. But overall, Jeffy's 19th birthday was not worth up the hype. Even for a week hyped up, I still gotta admit, this was not worth the wait. I gave the original 9.5 out of 10, but now I have to give it a 7 out of 10. I could go for a 6.5 out of 10, but I later just figured just a 7 out of 10, because I have to admit, the effort was insane in this video, even though I wish it wasn't the exact same effort as Jeffy's 18th birthday with, the same, car, chase scene, and of course the explosion in the same location as the last movie. But yeah, still, this movie was not great. However, in this video, I want to remake the video into an actual masterpiece. Not, actually remake it, with, new, with the same props and stuff. No, not like that. Basically, I want to try and fix the movie into an actual good movie. Basically, an entire different movie than Jeffy's 18th birthday, with a different plot, a new villain, and a completely different ending that will actually teach you a lesson in life. So, yeah. But then, now, this video, I'm going to be talking about the plot, the characters, basically the ending, and everything that will make this movie work, actually. And yes, this runtime would be a lot longer, so yeah, don't complain about that. But with all of that being said, let's begin, and how I made Jeffy's 19th birthday into an actual masterpiece no one will forget. First, let's talk about the plot. Obviously, we gotta have a plot. It's a movie. We already got a plot. We need to have a plot. Seriously. But anyway, let's get into the plot. How the movie will start is Jeffy gets out of his bed and he is celebrating his birthday with his family until there is a knock at the door and Marvin decides to get it until he is knocked out by Lone Dolphin and accompanied by Billy the puppet. And when they knock out Marvin, they decide to put his body into a closet and Billy disguises as Marvin and goes to the party. Rose and Jeffy think that's Marvin, and it's in a funny scene where Billy tries to be Marvin and say what Marvin said earlier, but he didn't actually know. Just read into a funny scene, honestly, if Logan wanted to make the movie kind of funny. However, Billy gets everyone out of the house when he says something cool is outside, and him and Lone Dolphin show up, and then they put sleeping pills inside the cake. Billy wanted it to be AIDS, but Lone Dolphin being the character that is very mature, decides to just put sleeping pills, and Billy oh, fine, just like that, honestly. Then when everyone comes back in, Lone Dolphin decides to hide because he doesn't have the costume, and then when everyone eats the cake, they all get knocked out. See, this was their plan the whole time. They would go to the house, knock out Marvin, dress up as Marvin, distract everyone, put sleeping pills in the cake, knocking out everyone, allowing them to kidnap the kids and Jeffy. See, how this works is they actually get straight to the point. Unlike Jeffy's 18th birthday and 19th birthday, where they actually eventually get to the kidnapping, it actually already gets to the kidnapping in the first 5 or 10 minutes. So yeah, we don't have to keep waiting for that. However, when the adults wake up, they find out that Jeffy and the kids are missing, and it's revealed that Marvin was actually not Marvin, and it was someone dressed up as Marvin the whole time. So they decide to do the most logical thing in this situation, called Brooklyn Guy and Simmons, aka 911. So when they do, they actually take the situation serious instead of trying to make it funny. Then, meanwhile, Junior and his friends are tied up, and they are accompanied by Lone Dolphin and Mr. Winkle, and Jeffy is inside a trap. And then a mysterious character comes out of the shadow, revealing to be Screwball. Alright, here's how. So, Screwball is basically the main villain of this movie. Hear me out, hear me out. In the last movie, Jeffy's 18th birthday, not including 19th birthday, because, this is a remake, he said that, he needed money. And obviously, the man needs money. He is driven inside a van, and he eats out of the dumpster. Why wouldn't he need, why wouldn't he need, money? Seriously, he needs money. He obviously needs it. So, after Jeffy's 18th birthday and how Nancy was actually killed and didn't come back at all, Screwball decides to, walk around and try to get the money. Well, later until decide to actually hire, a few people to help him. Of course, being Lone Dolphin and Billy to try and help him out in this plan. He tries to get Jeffy to confess where the money is because, Screwball, thinks that Jeffy has the money since, he thinks that Jock is still dead because, in Jeffy's 18th birthday, when Nancy and Screwball didn't know that, Jock was actually alive, and he was, they thought that he was still dead. Jeffy tries to tell Screwball the truth and how he doesn't have the money, but Screwball doesn't take it serious and executes Jeffy a few times. And this would actually get Jeffy to feel sympathy and how he's been treating Marvin the whole time. When Jeffy the sketch artist, Jeffy's gamer girl problem, and of course, Jeffy's cat drawer. But then, after all of this, Jeffy, is feeling a bit sad and how he's been treating Marvin. I know I said Jeffy's catch-up and how the video came out before then, but I'm basically talking about all the times Marvin was tortured and Jeffy didn't feel any sympathy until now. So then, the adults try to think of a plan to actually find Jeffy since, they don't know where he is, until they finally decide to come up with a plan to revive Phoebe and get her to help Jeffy, to get them to help find Jeffy. Okay, here's what happened. Phoebe is Jeffy's sister, and she died in a car accident many years ago, before Jeffy was adopted by Mario, aka Marvin. So they decide to get Dr. Finkelshitz with a ray to resurrect Phoebe back to life when they got her body. And it actually works, and Phoebe agrees to try and help track down her brother, since it's her brother, and she actually cares for Jeffy, unlike a few people. Maybe even Marvin, but it gets more into the plot. So then Jeffy's getting more tortured, and Junior has a black eye, Cody has some of his teeth loose, and Joseph has a few beans on him, and the kids are just getting absolute whooped. Patrick, Penelope, and others like that were not in this movie because they honestly be kind of pointless. So yeah, that's the reason why. Until Phoebe and the others eventually get to the mayor and they have a whole battle where Ron Dolphin and Billy decide to dip. Until Screwball is pinned to the ground, and when they are celebrating, they notice Screwball's head is on the ground. It's revealed that it's actually a mask, and it's not Screwball the whole time. And a shocking plot twist, it's, wait for it, David Winkle himself. Here's how it goes. So the past few years, David Winkle has been disguising as the clown to go outside and flirt with kids because, this actually makes sense because, why else would Screwball hang out with kids like Joseph? Because Mr. Winkle likes kids, Screwball likes kids, it makes sense. And, Mr. Winkle's been doing this for a long time to pin the, claims on, Screwball, aka the clown that's not real, instead of him actually not having any crimes. And he does all of this with the help of them, who dipped in the end. Broken Guy and Simmons convinced Mr. Winkle to stop all of this, and they will forget this happened, but Mr. Winkle says because he was stabbed because by Phoebe or Jeffy, he has to finish the job, so he tackles them to the ground, grabs Jeffy, he goes to a room, but then he accidentally steps on a bomb he was going to use to kill them when they didn't confess, and it blows up, killing Mr. Winkle and Jeffy. Everyone is sad until God shows up and says he will bring Jeffy back to life on rest under one condition. Someone trades their life in for Jeffy, and Phoebe agrees to do that, letting her brother live. Jeffy comes back to life, and Jeffy actually died. He didn't come back. It's not revealed that he actually survived. He actually died until Phoebe sacrificed her own life after years of actually being brought back to life, decides to come back to heaven. And Jeffy and his friends and the cops celebrate his birthday, and then after he blows out the candles, the credits roll. So yeah, that's how I fixed Jeffy's 19th birthday, with a whole different plot, a new villain, and killing off Screwball and Mr. Winkle, all for now, letting us have new villains in SML. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know if I made Jeffy's 19th birthday better than the original movie, and I'll see all of you in the next video.